Okay, that only took me about 2 minutes to put together. It is kind of tricky to put together, but it's a nice compact. Let's zoom out a little bit. Nice stove here that you basically, this is your doorway here for feeding your twigs and sticks into. This is the burner that you'll actually put your pot, pan, or cup, or whatever you want on there. And it does have holes in the floor here for the ashes to fall out. This is a nice stove. I really like it. I just love how compact it is. And I love that I can take it out of my pack, I can put it together. If I can't actually build a fire, but I got access to twigs and branches and stuff, I can have a really great fire going. So what I'm going to do is I do have some wood here. I'm going to get it all prepped up. I'm going to set it on the driveway. I'm not going to light this one on the wood surface here, and we'll light it up, see it in action, and because we love fire. And we'll be right back in a few minutes. All right? Thank you. All right, there's the stove. I got a trioxin bar in there for starting this one. We're just going to get it going quick. I've got a nice pile of small twigs here, ready to go. Big thing to know about, really important thing with this stove is if you are going to use this, or any stove like this where you use small pieces of wood and stuff, get it together beforehand. Get a lot of it. It will burn fast. So we're going to light this using the trioxin. Look at that nice blue flame. We'll start tossing our little bits of sticks in there and right through the open door. And I probably could have loaded a whole bunch of those sticks in already. I just lit the trioxin, but this won't take long. And the trioxin alone looks like it will work really well. There we go. That's some of the wood catcher. Get some orange in there. What I will do is I will sometimes drop some stuff down from the top. Some of this stuff's a little too long for that. And some of this wood might have been wet. Here, sizzling. I'm already halfway through my pile of wood. I do like this stove for its portability, size. I still cook with materials available to me out in the woods without building a full fire, which is definitely a bonus. It's nice and warm. It's cool out tonight. Kind of like being right here by the fire. There we go. So I dig this thing a lot. You can also, there are, looks like, there's 6 side panels, to put together in this format. You can use just 4 of them and make a square if you wanted to have an even smaller stove or smaller cooking surface. This is a big cooking surface. I could put my canteen cup on there. and there'd be plenty of room left over, but I would actually probably use a larger pot on this. Nothing wrong with using the canteen cup on there, it'll work just fine. But again, this is a really big cooking surface. This will burn through your fuel fast. So this is probably one of my favorite stoves. When I found this, and I haven't been able to find a place to buy this in the U.S. This I had to buy from overseas to get it. Mainly because I think the reason why is because in the U.S., most of the state parks or parks you go to, you can have campfires. You go overseas and it's pretty restricted. You're not really typically allowed to have an open fire. You have to have it in something like this. And so this stuff's a lot more popular overseas. So it did cost a little bit more to get it because I had to have it shipped, but it was well worth the money. Alright. Now the fire's getting down a little bit. The nice thing too is if your sticks are just a little too long, you can leave them sticking out of the door and just push them in as they burn down. Bad source of heat right now either. This is called the Honey Stove. Do a Google search. Maybe you're a Yahoo fella and go ahead and jump on Yahoo. Do a search on the internet for the Honey Stove. And it should bring you to, I believe, an ultralight backpacking website that carries this if you're interested in purchasing it. Now I do like it. I am a fan. And that's the last of it. So I'm going to let this burn down. I do have another version of a stove like this that I made out of a number 10 coffee tin that will work the exact same, except for it doesn't collapse down. It's actually a little bit bigger than this. I made it just for fun, just to say I made it, but it works the same way. So I'm not going to go and show that one off. You guys saw that at the beginning of these series. I mean, if you guys really want me to pull it out and put wood in it and burn it for you guys, I'll do that. Just leave a request or something like that, or send me an email and I'll shoot a short video of doing that. But I feel that this showcased how it worked. So that's it for my stoves. That's a good sampling of what I've got. We didn't do the canister stove yet. So that's my wife. I'll talk to you guys in a little while. Okay, here's our next stove. This is the Jetboil. This is a nice stove. Everything's in here that you need to do your cooking. It's kind of big, but it's really convenient, and it works really fast. Everything you need is inside this container. So we're going to open up this container and grab everything out. Got your fuel, your stand. I will show you guys how all this works. I've got your burner, and this is where you actually put your water in there for cooking. And then you got this nice plastic cup on the bottom that protects the bottom of the stove. So we'll take the burner, put it on, so, take the fuel, screw it on, so, we're going to grab our stand here, which just fits. Come on, man. There you go. So that is your Jetboil. we are going to boil water because this thing is fast. So we got about a cup of water in there. Great thing about this is right here. That's how I turn it on, right there. And it's got its own little igniter. So we're going to fire this bad boy up. Ooh. I need fire. Alright, so that's on high. You can actually take and set the lid on top, and that will help it boil faster. It's an insulated cup, so it will maintain its heat really well. It won't take long for this water to come to a boil. Boil your water, pour it in with your mountain house or whatever you're using out on the trail. This is quick. I like this for cold weather backpacking because really convenient, really easy to use. Again, it is a little bit bulkier, there's a little bit more weight. You know, I can accomplish the same thing using an alcohol stove, which takes a lot less space. The honey pot that you guys just saw takes up a lot less space, and I just got to collect my own, you know, firewood for it. So that's what makes that better in my mind because of the size. Oh, bless me. Excuse me. And I didn't want to pause. But this is a great stove to have. This one actually sits in my work truck a lot, just in case. You know, I haven't had to use it yet, but I could literally, you know, make a couple ramen noodles in there, and life's good, you know, without having to go to McDonald's for lunch. I'm cheap sometimes. But this is a really nice stove. I can't say enough good things. It's almost there. And with a full canister of fuel, I think you can probably get a good, you know, 3-4 day trip out of it. And I don't know how much fuel's in this canister. I actually lent this out to a friend of mine at work, and I don't think this is a full canister. Just look at the way it's burning. But that's okay. This won't take long for what we're trying to accomplish. It's just about there. So again, this is a nice stove. What do I take when I go backpacking? I take the honey stove. You guys saw that. I take the one alcohol stove with me. Where is it? I take this with me. That's my typicals. And then I'll cook on a campfire. Well, I mean, most of the time I don't break out those stoves because I'm cooking on a campfire. So I don't use my stoves that often, but I do like them. I can hear it boiling. I think that took us less than 4 minutes. In fact, we've only been rolling for about 5 minutes right now, so we could call it at 4 minutes to get a boiling going of about a cup of water. I gotta say, that's badass. You know, this is the fastest stove I've ever used, ever. So I mean, if I was out and doing something where time was important and weight and bulk wasn't, then yes, I would definitely have this with me. But this is the fastest stove I've ever seen boil water, hands down. And you know, I am a fan of that. Now we'll shut her off. Shut it down. Water's done boiling. Yeah, that was cool. So that's it for the Jetboil. So we will be back.